Thanks for clicking on the video, and here today at Nerd Mimic, we are gonna unbox and construct this Legos Dungeons & Dragons set. It's part of Legos idea number 56. It features a big castle and a larger red dragon, along with classic Dungeons & Dragons creatures. And this set has an overwhelming 3,745 pieces. It's part of the 50th year anniversary of Dungeons & Dragons. And it is a massive set, and it might take us several days and nights to construct this. And I'm gonna enlist the help of my daughter to do this. Ready to get started, Emma?
Yeah!
This here is the back of the box. And at the very bottom is a flap held with 2 pieces of tape. And we'll get them cut off right now and take out the contents. There's one tape off. And that should be the other. All right, so it looks like this box is salvageable. Sometimes these boxes, you have to destroy to rip open the flap. Boy, that's bag number 21, it looks like. I wonder how many bags are in there. Yeah, you want to take them all out? Wow. Oh, yeah, there's maybe a cardboard flap or... Let's see what's in here. This is a bigger box. Let's see if we can get this whole thing out. Want to pull the box from the front? Thank you. Thank you, Emma. All right. And anything within here?
No.
No, this part is empty. Okay. So let's take a look at this big white box. This probably has a manual in it because I don't see any pieces of paper here. All right. So a lot of bags to be had in the box. Sure, there are more bags in this white container. Let's see what this has. Let's get the box cutter here and take this seal off. And there's another piece of tape here. Okay, that should be it. Let's see what inside this container is. Even more bags, but we gotta find the manual. So at least all these bags have numbers, so it should be organized nicely. And let's get those assembled. Wow, that's hefty. Now we have a lot of Lego in the house, but I have to say this is probably the largest set.
One more.
Yeah? All right, thanks for getting it out of the box there.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's too many.
I did.
Look at this. It's a whole bunch.
I have to do them all in.
Okay, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if I could. That one's coming off. Okay, that's all out, and a lot of, oh, we got stickers.
Stickers!
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of stickers on Lego. I wish they were just pre-applied or something. Okay, or printed on. The stickers are actually just printed on. And let's see, we got some set of manuals here. We got 4 of them. And these look pretty cool. You can see there's some artwork on here. Got a 20-sided dice. Doing a critical hit here. We've got your heroes on the left. And some monsters on the right. This is a wonderful piece of art. Let's take a look here. Some ad, I suppose. Description. Exclusive Dungeons & Dragons adventure. Not aware of that. Now, here's a QR code for it, I suppose. So you could play the exclusive adventure from our website. So you guys could share that. 50 years of Dungeons & Dragons. There's the official logo once again. So I got like some background. Meet the model design maker. Meet the building instructions cover design winner. So he's the artist of the cover. A great piece of art. Gather forth your party and venture forth. Roll for initiative. Look at these kobolds having a big party. So I'm going to have to read this later. Meet your monsters. Oh, it does have a list of them. We got the skeleton here. Gluttonous cube. The owlbear. These are other languages, of course. Got the beholder. Displacer beast. As I mentioned, there are mimics in this set. There's actually 2 of them. One's a chest and one's a bed. And we got the red dragon, Cinderhowl. And as I showed you on the reveal video, there are actually other creatures. You saw some mycoids, and I believe there's a treant as well. Okay, so what else do we got here? Chapters from the first 50 years. We got our heroes here. Got a dwarf cleric, gnome fighter, orc rogue, and an elf wizard. We've seen this artwork before. That's definitely recycled. And now we get to our first page of instructions, starting off with bag number 1. So we'll definitely go through this. Let's just see what's on anything on the back cover. Just the official logo. I'm not sure if they're going to have any background in these other booklets. We'll see. No, let's go straight to instructions. All right, so 4 pages of instructions. It's pretty cool that they do have a nice introduction to the whole set. And now it's time to get started. You know what? There's something else in the box here. And let's see what this is. We got our stickers already. Got our manual. No one to rip this, but okay, here we go. Okay, looks like we got some cloth here. So this must be for one of the heroes' capes, and we got some cloth for the wings. Okay, so that'll be the other pieces. All right, so we'll save this. We finally found bag number 1, and there's actually a piece that is not in the bag at all. It would be this side of the mountain, I suppose. There are some platform pieces that don't actually have a bag number, and the last bag in the set is 32. So a lot of bags to go through. So Emma, ready to start on bag number 1?
Yeah.
All right, so the very first thing we need to do is actually construct one of the heroes. And you can see here, there is alternate heads that you could use. And you also have a beard you could add to your character to look more wiser, I suppose. So how is it going with it?
I'm working on it.
Yeah. So you're going with the older look. So it looks like the other head here, a female head. So maybe not a beard for her. He is a gnome fighter, so I'm sure it's a gadget of some sort. It looks like maybe even a light or something.
I think it's a gong. Gong.
All right. So, well, we got to use these other pieces for other things. So let's get cracking on the actual structure itself. Moving on, it looks like we're constructing the foundation of a structure, maybe a tavern of some sort.
And now I'm going to add a window.
Sounds good.
Oops.
It's okay. There you go. Looks nice?
Yeah.
Now we encounter our first sticker. I hate stickers. You hate stickers too on Legos, right?
Yeah.
I know. They're so difficult. Especially this one, we have to apply it to the inside of this piece. So you don't get it lined up perfectly. It's going to look pretty odd. All right, so here we go. Sticker number 1. That's over here. Okay. Let's take this sticker out. Maybe I should use a tweezer. Okay, so this sticker is definitely smaller than the space. So I can't put it right against the, well, adjacent to it. I'm gonna make it a little bit off to an angle. Not bad, I think. Yeah, because I put the sticker right against the edge, then it would be too short here, so. How's it look to you, Emma?
Meh.
Not impressed, huh?
No.
All right, I think it's pretty good myself. All right, at least that nervous part is all over. We can move on.
Yay.
Okay, so this section of the castle is looking more fleshed out. We got a door here that does open. We got some windows that open as well. We got a fireplace. We got our poster board here and a chair, it looks like. And right now we're adding more details to the pier here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here?
I believe so. Yeah, it's right against the wall there. Mm-hmm. And there'll be another one here.
Here too.
Mm-hmm.
One here.
Yep.
One here.
Looking nice. So maybe anchors to attach a boat to.
Hey, it looks real.
Yeah, looks pretty cool. All right, we'll move on. Moving on to our second bag, we have our second minifigure, and it is Elf Wizard. And looks like she has a book of spells. You do have to apply the sticker on the cover here, but inside the book, you have a spell. And it looks like this one is Detect Magic. It has a little eye there. And you actually could change out that tile. This is not a sticker that you apply. It's actually pre-printed on the tiles, and you got a little fireball spell and another shield. So that's really cool. Now, we also have our sign for this building, and it's going to be for the Inn of Plain Sight. Now, the first time I applied this circular sticker, it was a little off-center, so I was able to use a hair dryer to loosen up the sticker and reapply it. Now it is perfectly centered. Now it's time to place the sign on the inn.
Voila!
Nice. Let's continue building. We are now done with bag number 2, and we have completed the section known as In Plain Sight. So this inn looks really nice, and we have a pier here, and this pier apparently gets some deliveries. Ooh. And so there's some Easter eggs in these boxes.
Cherries.
Cherries in one box.
And dragon teeth.
Dragon teeth. Well, I'm gonna guess they might be jalapenos because I think these brave adventurers like spicy foods. So we have the chimney here that matches the fireplace on the inside. And it looks really cool. You see a tankard of drinks and multiple drinks. What do you think they're drinking?
Bubbly water and orange juice.
Okay, that sounds delicious. And we have a rack for the adventurers' weapons. We got a lute here, axe, we got a spear, and a sword. So that's all really nice detailing within this inn. So we'll put some adventures there in a bit. We'll spin it to the front. And you can see how this has a flat base so you can stack the next section of the castle on top. Now we're ready to go to bag number 3, right, Emma?
Yeah.
All right. We're done with bag 3, and it does come with our third hero. So I believe this is the gnome fighter. I made a mistake. This is actually the dwarf cleric, and that makes sense because he has a big hammer. And this gnome fighter has 3 different blades you could customize it with. So my daughter wants to use this longer blade, and it has 2 different heads, and each head, of course, has different faces. And you want to pick the winking one, right?
Yeah.
And it does have a customized shield. And look at this. It's a displacer beast. It has 6 legs, and it got those 2 tentacles. So that's pretty cool. And this looks like it's the top part of the inn. It looks very comfortable.
He's gonna go to sleep.
It's gonna go to sleep next to a comfortable fireplace, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. So he's gonna take off his weapon, lie on bed.
Chomp.
Oh no! It is the mimic bed. That's right. And look at it. It does have customized little brown bits here with pre-printed eyes. It's pretty cool. And I guess it has a bluish interior mouth to match the giant mimic that we have here. That's right. With the bluish interior mouth here. So we're using this mimic storage box to hold all the extra Lego bits from this set. So that's pretty cool. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Love mimics. We're now done with bag 4, and we have our next hero minifigure. It is an Orc Rogue, and he has a cloth cape along with a crossbow and 2 daggers. And we're gonna leave it on the sprue for now since we're not dual wielding. It does come with 2 different heads, but these heads just have 1 face each. And we have completed this section of the inn. I believe it's the top part. You can see it has some detailing of the chimney stack, some windows. I've heard people comment that this roof doesn't overhang like it should, but I think they are missing the point that these are shingles, and the giant dragon probably broke off some shingles, so those shingles would be overhanging, but it's now just down to the foundation of the roof there. I have to admit, this part of the roof here is a little bit odd, as it hides the window a little bit. Plus, to attach it, you put it on these sprockets, but it's missing a 2-piece piece that could make it stronger. We might use some other Lego to do that, to strengthen that up. It does have, well, we'll get inside in a bit, yes. It's some detailing of the inn here. You got a sack of gold. We've got the mimic bed, as you saw. And yes, you're right. It is another mimic. You want to open it up? Yeah, and it has a blue interior tongue as well to match all the other mimics, like this one here, and the one with the bed. And we might add some more coins here. There are some, there's a gold coin in there to entice a hero. You can also see there is a fireplace deep in the corner there. All right, so that is really cool. And this probably goes on top of the inn, like so. Looking good. All right, now on to bag 5. All right, we just finished bag 5, and that is the completion of book 1. And we have another minifigure here. And I don't think he's a adventurer, he's probably just a NPC. Maybe he is the bartender of some sort. And bag 5 allows us to complete the roof of module 2 here. So you can see how the purple shingles are now overhanging here, but they don't overhang here because it's been broken off probably from too many dragons taking a roost. There is some smoke coming out of the chimney, and if we spin it around, it's more fleshed out inside with some arches and some ceiling details. There's actually a gap here, which we thought was a little odd. So we had an extra little piece of mimic eyes, so we put it there instead. So I think it looks pretty cool. As you know, mimics can be part of larger structures as well. So I think that's some creativity on our part. So now we are officially able to stack this on top of in
Plain sight.
That's right, in plain sight. Looks great.
Ta-da!
Looks fantastic. Okay. Now we will move on to book 2.
After we see the inside.
Okay, you want to spin it around? Now we got adventures taking a nap up top, and we got the bartender down below with adventure enjoying a meal and some drinks. Okay, now time for book 2. Bag 6 is now complete, and it's essentially just laying down the foundation for one of the outdoor sections. Looks like we got some waterfront and sand and some grass here. So we'll continue on and go to bag 7, yes?
Yeah.
We're now done with bag number 7, and we have our next creature. It is our gelatinous cube, and it looks like he has consumed someone. He's still holding a frying pan, like maybe Sensei from Delicious in Dungeon. There's some extra bones and a gem to put inside. And there is also another bonus creature, right?
Here.
That's right. It's a baby Gelatinous Cube.
Gelatinous Cube Junior.
That's right. So he's going to go here. And it looks like they're hanging around underneath the bridge section. There are some other bone bits. And this one is actually a skeleton foot. You can see the toes there. There's some gold coins scattered about. And a little chain that someone lost. So let's flip this around. This is gonna be the archway of the bridge. And that's it for bag number 7. Now on to bag number 8.
8 is great.
Bag 8 is now complete. And this cave-like area is now more fleshed out. There's a torch there and even a door to this entrance with some gems lining the wall there. And there is also a sticker here of a spider hiding in the recess there and some sort of thorny trap. Now it's on to bag number 9.
Hooray!
Bag 9 is now complete and this exterior area is looking more fleshed out. We do have some mushrooms here. These are not the microwaves. And we do have a special shield here with a beholder print already pre-applied, and that's really cool. I can only assume that the included adventure in this D&D set has some meaning to that. And I'm sure that is some loot to be had. This here is now a completed mini dungeon, and it does have a little crack, so whoever's in there can escape. But who is in there right now?
Mr. Dragon.
Yeah, it's a Dragonborn figure. So that's the next minifigure in this bag. And he has a bucket down deep for his waist. A little bit odd that this ladder is attached. It's a little off-center. I guess this is, put this aside so he can't escape so easily. I can only assume that. Otherwise, it does look weird even having it there. But otherwise, just minor criticism. But yeah, looking really good. Now we're on to bag 10.
Hooray!
Bag 10 is now complete, and this is looking more fleshed out. This top part of the castle. There is a railing here. It looks like there's some shields here.
Or banners.
Yeah, it could be banners. And these have stickers that you do have to apply. And I was, of course, nervous of doing that, but I think they came out okay. One comment about the build is these structures are actually sitting on top of flat pieces. There's no stud here. So this is actually floating. Same thing with the piece in the back. And I think that's because this is at an angle, but it's not entirely stable. So that's one criticism about this part of the build. And it looks like our Dragonborn minifigure has escaped from the dungeon and is happy and playing his lute.
Da, 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 da.
On to bag number 11. Bag 11 is now complete, and there's a lot of cool details that now have been added. So in the back of this cave area, you can see a skeleton with a sword, and behind this, probably a regular shield, not magical shield, there is now a book of spells there, and there is a sticker that you have applied to that book. And that is laying along with some loot here of this flail that we saw earlier. Now, this door, I thought it was a little bit odd, but now I can see what they're trying to accomplish. And here, it's actually supposed to be a secret door, right, Emma?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you're exploring out here and want to find a secret door to enter this cave, or maybe leave the cave, why don't you show them how you reveal the secret door? Pull on that tab, and now there is a secret door. Very cool. And if you're also exploring, by the way, there are some 3 extra bonus creatures. There are these gigantic spiders. So there's 2 out here in the open, and there's 1 hiding in the recess with that sticker. There's actually a spider you can place there as well. So 3 other figures that we were not aware of. So another cool surprise. And if the explorers are going out here trying to fight these spiders, they might find some bonus treasure with a key.
And coins.
And coins, that's right. And it's right underneath here. So very cool details to this construction. And probably wouldn't be aware of it if we saw it in a store, but it's now that we are constructing it, we can appreciate every little detail that they made, whether it's good or bad. And so one thing I think is a little bit odd are these pine cone trees. They have these I guess, fronds or leaves that are placed upside down to look like a conifer tree. It's a little bit odd in my opinion. I see what they're trying to accomplish, but maybe I would preferred more leaves. It looked a little sparse. Okay, so that is in a bag 11. Now on to bag 12.
Yay!
We're now done with bag 12, and it is looking more fleshed out, this outdoor section. It has more foliage for sure. You can see there are vines everywhere, including on top of this bridge here, and this large tree, which actually is our treant friend. So that is another bonus creature. And there's another bonus creature I wasn't even aware of. And it's this guy here. It looks like he might be guarding the secret door. I have to assume these tentacles belong to a kraken of some sort. You can see some water being rippled as the tentacles come out of the water. So that's pretty cool. And I think that's pretty much it for this bag 12. It basically, once again, added a lot of foliage here. You can see a lot of details being more fleshed out. And we're still not done with this section. So let's continue to bag 13.
Yeah!
We're now done with bag 13 as well as book 2. And this bag essentially added multiple creatures. We have our mycoid friend up on the top there with some mushrooms. And I took one out here to show you. It has a pre-painted face and nothing on the opposite side. And they are identical. So really cool to have those. The other thing I wanted to mention is this treant can come out and balance on a trio of legs. So that is really cool. And you can see how he towers over an adventurer. Okay, so the other thing that bag 13 adds is an owlbear. So this is really cool. My daughter's going to demonstrate what it can do. It could rotate its head. Excellent. It can move his legs front and back on a ball swivet. The tail can go up and down, as well as the back legs can go up and down on a simple swivel.
And now he's sitting.
Yeah, so you can pose him different directions and you can make him sit down.
And someone can sit on him.
Yeah, that's right. So really happy with this build so far. It has a lot of Easter eggs. As I mentioned, there's a little treasure in the ground here. There is a secret door off to the side. There is a book of spells to be found in an alcove. And now this section of the castle is complete and we can combine it with the inn. So it's gonna line up. It should come together nicely. And it does! Fantastic! What do you think so far, Emma?
It's super big.
It is huge. This is probably the largest set we have in the house. And basically we are halfway done. We completed 2 books and 2 more books to go. Ready to get cracking on the other books, Emma?
It's going to be even bigger.
Yes, it will be even bigger. We're now done with bag 14, and we have constructed another portion of the castle. We have some stairs going up, which look really cool, and we have some interesting flora here. I'm not sure what kind of plants these are. If you know what they might be, leave me a comment down below. There is also a spell book supposed to be tucked in this corner, and it looks like it has a shield spell. So this probably has to do with the Lego created D&D adventure with that QR code. And we also have a door here leading out to nowhere right now. So it's now off to bag 15.
Woo!
We're now done with bag 15 and we have more of this stairway built. In fact, it has this very cool spiral to it and an upper portion as well. There's also another doorway, and I forgot to mention there is a lantern hiding in this corner. But a cool Easter egg is really this broken column. And actually within is a gem. So let me just show you. It's built with these semicircle halves. And it is hiding in a crevice there. So this is a cool Easter egg. And once again, probably part of the Lego adventure that they have created. We're now done with bag 16. And we have 3 additional minifigures. It's not 1 skeleton. There are actually 3 in the set. And they come with different armaments. There's some gold pieces to be had here. And this section of the castle is looking more fleshed out. There is a trap here with an axe. So you go through this door. That's going to be a little dangerous. And as I mentioned, this gem in the column is a pretty cool Easter egg, but now it's not accessible because this is all pretty solid. So I wish maybe this was a little different where it could be on a hinge or something, but it is what it is. Now, there are some gold pieces scattered on the ground as well. And that's pretty much it for this part of the building. There is Now, a painting here on the side, and this is a sticker that you have to affix onto this large square piece. And looking good. It's on to bag 17.
Hooray!
We're now done with bag 17. Bag 17 is the Displacer Beast. So my daughter's gonna show you all the different joints it has. You can turn its head, that's right. It can move its tentacles in all sorts of different directions. And it actually has 6 legs, and all these legs can move at the ankles, at the hip, and the tail can move as well once it's reconnected, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's really cool. So it's gonna match up with the size of the owlbear here. And I should also mention that this skeleton up top with the purple cape, it's actually shiny on the back side. So I have to assume that this might be a cloak of invisibility that this skeleton is wearing. So that's a nice, cool little detail. All right, so that is bag 17. And a sneak peek, bag 18 is gonna be the Beholder. Ready to do it, bag 18, Emma?
Yes.
Bag 18 is now done, and it is our Beholder. It's a very good construct. I love the purple color, and it has 10 eye stalks that do move around. Very cool. And it does have a jaw that goes up and down. Yeah. And it is floating on this clear base. So really love the color of it. This also is notable for a missing piece. We're supposed to have another purple curvy piece there, and it's supposed to go on this side here, but we're actually missing one. And so what we did was put a light brown piece instead. You can see it in the corner there. Sort of hidden, but it is missing this extra purple piece. We looked everywhere in the box and bags, can't find it. So we built many Lego sets over the decades, and I've never really had a missing piece, so I have a feeling we somehow lost one rather than misplacing one, but I think it is a mistake because we have 3 brown curvy bits and missing a purple bit, so I think it was substituted. So just something to be noted. Going back to this castle structure, I should also point out this trap with the axe. There's nothing to hold it in place, and it's pretty flimsy. It will fall down automatically. There is a stud that is open here, but there's nothing in the manual showing anything to be attached there. So I might construct something in the next day to hold it in place, and so the trap can fall down. But that's another deficiency of the construct. Okay, so that is bag 18. And now on to bag 19.
Hooray!
Bag 19 is now done. It looks like we have another portion of the castle. This might go on top, I suppose. It does have a trap door, so somebody might fall through. This is revealed by pulling the key, and a trapdoor will open, and it actually will go all the way straight through. So if this was elevated, yeah, it goes all the way through. That's pretty neat. There is this dragon altar. It does have a crystal ball or magic orb of some sort, and that's pretty neat as well. This is actually detachable, so that might come in some use later, I suppose. And that's pretty much it for bag 19. We're gonna go on to bag 20. Bag 20 is now done, and this area is more fleshed out. So I believe this is an orb of dragon kind. You can see there is a custom print of a dragon on it, and it's surrounded by 5 dragon heads. So I think that's what that wondrous item is. Let me just show you a little bit more of this trapdoor. When you pull it, it's held up by a simple piece. Then we push it back in. It's held like that. So you just pull it and it falls down. So this bag 20 completes this little alcove, and there's another creature in there. There is a giant spider within. So I have to assume maybe this is also some sort of magical item. And there is also a lever here that can bend. I'm not sure what this will do yet, but maybe that's part of the accompanying adventure, or we'll attach something
in the future. We'll see. On to bag 21. Bag 21 is now complete, and this section of the castle is more fleshed out. We got this awesome stairway going up to the top. We also have a nice railing detailed here. And this front door here looks really fantastic.
I made that.
Yes, you did. And it has this design. It almost looks like stained glass going through the top. It is really cool looking. Not sure what goes here yet. Or on the top, there is a hole. Maybe a flag will go up there. This is our last dragon banner, our last sticker to be applied. So no more stickers in this set. All right, so that is bag 21. On to bag 22.
Hooray!
Bag 22 is now complete, and this fleshes out a wizard study. We have a cauldron in the corner and multiple scrolls, candles, and yes, multiple places for a wizard to study. We have this one candle on top of a skull head, and we have a gem on top of this doorway here, which I'm sure adventurers can steal and loot. So looking quite nice, and this section is not complete. We still gotta go on to more bags. So on to bag 23.
I'm ready.
Bag 23 is now complete, and this adds some really nice details to this castle section. We've got some nice foliage on the outside here, and above the door we now have this peaked archway, and we have a similar archway here, but you can see how it's cracked and broken, giving a real aged look, along with these shingles overhanging this window. You see there's a missing shingle there, and there's also a missing shingle as well. So it gives it a nice weathered look to this castle top. And that's pretty much it to this bag number 3. Bag 24 is now complete, as well as book 3. And this section of the tower is now complete, and it is really tall. So this has nice detailing with a flag up top. You can reach this area with a ladder. You have this shrine to protect a dragon egg there, and you have the final touches to the stonework on the top there.
And don't forget about the wobbly tree.
Yes, there is a tree that you put here, and there's one that sort of is bent. I can only assume that is going to be part of the venture as well. But there is also another thing that is part of the venture, and this set, as you build a bag, you are doing so while you're playing the Lego adventure. So as you build each section, the adventure progresses. So the first section we built was a tavern, and that's where the adventure starts. Then you'll progress to this region, and now in book 3, you're gonna progress to this area here. But also there is a big reveal, so there's gonna be a spoiler alert. This barkeep that we saw in bag 5, well, now he's gonna reveal himself to be what, Emma?
Some evil dude.
Yeah. Put on his black cape, put on his evil cowl.
Evil cloak.
Yep. And he got his staff now. And he's shooting some chain lightning spell or something of that nature. So he is the big baddie. Well, I guess he's not the big baddie. The big baddie is probably going to be the red dragon. But he is the evil one behind it all, I suppose. So that is really cool detailing. He got such an evil face on his flip side. He's not a happy barkeep anymore. He got a scowl to his face.
He says, turn that frown upside down.
Got the evil wizard guarding the dragon egg up top. And given that this tower is now complete, we could put this entire tower spiral on top of the section here. Want to do the honors, Emma? Should click in nicely. And
Click.
it does. And now this section of the castle clicks into this back part. And this door that we had will lead to the tavern.
Okay.
Good job. There we go. All clicked in and complete.
I fixed something there.
No problem, thank you. Now this castle is already looking fantastic.
But you still need to do
I know, we still have so many other bags, and we still have another entire book of instructions to complete. So this already looks fantastic. We still have the big white dragon to do, and I don't know what else we need to complete, but we have bags and bags more to do. So let's get cracking on that, Emma. We are now done with, we're done with book 3 and bag 24. Got book 4 out, And the rest of the bags, you can see they all have the same sort of color. You know why? Because this entire book is the dragon himself. Yeah, this entire manual is for the dragon. All right, so let's build a red dragon, Emma.
I can't wait to build it.
Bag 25 is now complete, and basically we have constructed the backbone of the dragon, and it looks like this will be a ball joint for the hind legs and some attachment points for the arms and wings. You can see even there might be a rod to go through to support the wings. All right, on to bag 26. We're now done with bag 26, and we have build up of the main body of the dragon. You can see his chest. You have these cool little pieces that look like scales and looks really nice. And that's pretty much it. This is just all done to bulk up that main body. Bag 27 is now complete, and this basically adds the long tail to the red dragon. And it is really lengthy. You can see here a minifigure for comparison. This is articulated in multiple areas. It could bend here, here. Basically, you could make it curl around the character. Now I can understand why a red dragon that goes to have a tail attack. That's dangerous. Look at all the spikes at the end of this tail. I want to also point out what seems to be an error here. You can see in the photograph, there is a red piece that goes under the black spot right here, but there is a gap here, an empty space without a red circle. Now, in the bag, there is an extra red little single stud circle that you can place right in that spot, and that's what we took the liberty of doing right there. So you can see how that matches the corresponding area, because if you don't put that little red stud, it will be elevated and look weird and floating. So I think there was a mistake in the printing of this book with the missing step for that red stud, but they do give you that stud. Just want to point that out to you guys. All right, so that is bag 27. Now to bag 28. Bag 28 is now complete, and we now have added some wings to the dragon, or at least the skeleton part here, as you can see, and the hinge attachment points. These are complex joints, but they move in all manners of all different directions. We'll show you that once we get the rest of the ring structure complete, and I believe that will be bag 29. Bag 29 is now done, and the wing structure is now complete. There is an additional bone skeleton that goes right down the middle here for additional support. And you have this nice orange cloth, sort of fiery red orange, to cover the whole thing. It does have these little clips to tie in and keep it in place, and overall looking quite nice. My biggest complaint really is that this wing is not retractable. I know there are Lego dragon sets with retractable wings. I wish this was one of them, because it is a big wingspan. So I know it's made this way probably to look menacing. The ones with retractable wings do have an additional more hinge and bulkiness, I suppose, here. So maybe they want it to look more streamlined, but it would be cool if these could be retractable and you could fold them away. So we'll demonstrate how these wings move in a bit once we get the rest of the dragon complete. Bag 30 is now complete, and this adds the hind legs to our red dragon. Now, it has cool detailing. In fact, these pads look sort of cool, but you cannot have it actually stand on these pads. It has to stand in this stance. Even though there is a ball swivet there, if you bend this leg too high up, this will actually pop out of joint, as there is a bulky piece in the corner there. So it will have to basically be in this stance or higher up like this. Okay, but if I bend it too low, it's actually gonna pop out of joint. Like that. Yeah, so it cannot, you cannot have the hind leg be like this. There is no points of articulation at the knee or at the ankle here. It's just the toes here. So once again, you'll have to be hunched like that. And like both legs fell off. So I'm sure it'll be more sturdy once we get the front legs in place. But unfortunately, this piece right here prevents it from standing flush. All right, so on to bag 31.
Hooray!
Bag 31 is now complete, and this adds the forelegs here. It has the same ball joint here, but it has an additional point of articulation that the rear does not have. It can actually move at this, I guess
knee or elbow.
But not really.
Yeah, just barely. And then it could also move at the toe. So it's gonna have to be on this, on the hunches type of stance. All right, so on to the very last bag, 32.
We're going to make the head, so we're heading to the end.
Excellent pun. That is correct. Bag 32 is now complete, as well as book 4. And now we're done with this entire set. So here's the completed red dragon in all of its glory. It has a very cool design and a custom flame bit coming out. It's a little bit red, orange, and yellow, and translucent as well.
Like stained glass.
That's right. And the jaw can move up and down. And the neck can move here, here, and here. So it has multiple points of articulation, just like the tail bit. So that's really cool. The wings can go up and down, and they can turn around a little bit on the joints as well. And we already saw the legs move. Now this set is humongous.
And officially completed.
Yeah, officially completed. I want to just point out some couple of interesting bits. Earlier I mentioned this beholder having a missing piece, and it turned out we actually misplaced and put purple bits here for the curvy cheeks, and actually they're supposed to be light brown, so there is not a missing piece. It was just a mistake on our part, which I figured because I never really had a missing piece in Lego sets over the decades.
Me neither.
Yes. Now there is another modification we did do though. As I mentioned, this axe is not held by anything, so I put a little piece up there to hold the axe in place. It took about 5 or 6 Lego bits, but now it's held up and I could move this bit out of the way and the axe will drop down like so. But anyways, that is a hinge piece that you can create as well. So there are multiple creatures in this set that are not depicted on the box itself. There are 3 skeletons, not 1. There are 2 gelatinous cubes. There are
mimics.
2 mimics. There are 4 giant spiders.
2 micronoids.
2 microids.
Owlbear,
Yeah.
1 beholder. 1 displacer beast.
That's right.
1 big red dragon.
Yes. And so a lot of different creatures to be had. Now, this set, if you supposed to play it the way it's meant to be played, you're supposed to play the Lego D&D adventure, and as you go through the adventure, you build each section as it instructs. Now, this set took us several days to build and a lot of hours to do. So this is not something you could do in one sitting. This is just building the set, not even playing the campaign that they created, the adventure that they created. So I don't know how practical that is. On YouTube, D&D released a video with Jenny D and some other individuals playing the adventure and creating the set at the same time, but it's heavily edited and it's whittled down just to 3 hours. And it took us just 3 hours probably to just make the dragon, right? Yeah. So I think my favorite creature out of this entire set though is actually this beholder. I think it looks really cool for something so medium size. I was about to say small, medium size, but I think it has a really fantastic Lego-y look. This is my favorite creature. What's your favorite creature?
The dragon.
The dragon, yeah, it is huge and then fantastic. So pretty sturdy. And the castle, of course, it has many secrets as we detailed during the construction. I'm not going to go over all of it. Well, here's another creature, the Kraken tentacles, right? And the Eaton, we forgot to mention the Eaton is another bonus creature. So multiple Easter eggs with spell books hidden at different locations. There's a key hidden at different locations.
And
there's a trap door. Yes, yeah, that's right. So we have extra bits. There's a free mimic that came with the set. We put all the extra Lego bits that they gave us. So that is handy. I believe also this sells for retail of $20 on the website. So I know some people are selling this for $150 or higher on eBay. Please wait, they will make more. And same thing with this core set. So here is the set at a different angle and multiple details as we mentioned during the construction. I'm not going to go over all of it right now,
But I have to admit, we've been playing with this set as we constructed. My little boy had a blast playing with it as well, and we're still having fun with it. The main thing is, where are we going to put this in the house?
In my room.
In your room? I guess your room does have some space. Okay, so this looks great. Hopefully you guys find a set yourself. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this set and how we filmed this. I don't know if it was practical to do bag by bag. I never really saw anyone else do that, but I thought it might be helpful, as once again, you're supposed to create this set bag by bag as you play the adventure. So you're not supposed to skip ahead and, you know, make the dragon first, for example. And so as you create the set, you reveal the creatures within the bag, and those are the creatures you're going to encounter in the adventure, as well as the magic items that you find.
In the bartender.
Yeah, I think the main thing that bothers me is that there is this one secret gem in the pillar
That you can't access.
that you cannot access. That's right. It's right here, and we only know about it because he built it, and that goes along with the D&D adventure that they created. But you have to actually tear apart this whole thing to access this. So I wish this was on a swivel or some sort of a sliding out piece so you could access it, but otherwise it's built in there. You can't really get at it. So that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna spin this around one last time, and we can put the dragon in front. This there. You can see it spans almost the entire length of the castle. I'm going to put an adventure down below there. This fighter here. So definitely a giant adult dragon. Maybe even ancient size, I suppose. It is really humongous. We got the beholder and the displacer beast. They won't even fit on the play space because it's just chock full of creatures. All right, so that has been our unboxing and construction and review of the D&D Lego set. Ideas number 56. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Keep on adventuring out there. Please consider subbing up if you like what you saw, and we might even do a Rivendell set later.